everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Passport Nomad, and before we get into today's content, I would like to ask you at this time, could you please hit subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up on all my newest posted content. So let's talk about province life today in the Philippines. Let's say you're a tourist that is interested in coming to stay or relocate or retire in the Philippines, and you don't really want to be around big cities anymore, the hustle and bustle of the city and all that stuff. You really want it peaceful, and you like it the simple life. Well, today we're going to look at a couple of videos that is talking about how it is living in the province areas, what it's like, what you can expect, and some tips on things you might need from a couple of people that are there right now living in the province area.
Things that you need if you live outside of the major cities in the Philippines, okay? Because you're going to face these three problems on a weekly basis, okay? It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when and how many times a week you're going to face them. Number one is Wi-Fi outage, okay? Wi-Fi outage. So to prevent a Wi-Fi outage, you can go online and buy some gadgets that might keep you online during a power outage or a Wi-Fi outage. You might be able to connect somewhere else, but what I like to do is buy these pocket Wi-Fis. This is Roam, this is from Solace. These two things work great. I take them with me everywhere I go, whether it's Europe, South America, or Southeast Asia. These work well. Pocket Wi-Fi, this is so much better than your phone as a hotspot. This is a mobile hotspot, mobile router, basically completely dedicated to just Wi-Fi, being able to get online. Okay, so this would be good for your tablet, good for your phone, good for streaming, good to keep you online, on the go, anywhere. I've used these on the plane, especially over the Philippines. I mean, you can fly over to certain islands if you're going somewhere, and you actually get a connection while you're on the plane. And so, I mean, it doesn't really happen on the big jets going overseas, but you'll catch some Wi-Fi very easily flying from island to island in the Philippines. And where I live in Samar, hurricanes, typhoons, you know, takes out the Wi-Fi towers, takes it out, and, you know, what is it, Starlink, you know, they have a good mobile Wi-Fi system, but it's a little bulky and clunky. I like this. Go on Amazon, look for pocket Wi-Fi mobile routers to get one of these. The second thing you're going to need is water storage. Water storage, okay, because there's going to be water outages. And in my place, we have water storage, okay? These buckets collect rainwater. It rains in Samar every day. Basically, these things get filled up in one day, okay? Big gallon buckets, okay? And it's fresh rainwater. I could drink it if I had to. You know, I only use it for bathing, flushing the toilet as necessary when it goes down, when the water goes out. But for the most part, you're going to need to store water because your water will go out, okay? And the last thing you need is something that we're going to face today, that brownout. You're going to need a generator. Get yourself a generator. Get a good generator. If you live outside of the major cities, you're going to be facing power outages once, twice a week. It can go on, it can be 5 minutes, it could be 5 hours, it could be 5 days. So be ready, get yourself a generator. Those are the top three things that you need living outside of the major cities in the Philippines.
Hey everyone, I wanted to give you another review on province living in the Philippines. As the traffic is not as bad as the city, the population isn't as populated as the city, it's more comfortable staying here and living here and also mingling with the locals. I like everything, the weather, the country, the people, the food, especially the fruits and vegetables. A lot of times I see in my comments, people are like, watch out for scammers. You're going to get robbed. It's dangerous. Are there scammers in the Philippines? Yes. But there are also scammers in every country. Have I felt unsafe at any time? No, not yet. There are a lot of beggars. I will not give money to the beggars. However, I do not mind feeding them, giving them candy, or buying a drink. Other than that, the Philippines has been an amazing time. If you haven't been here, come to the Philippines.
Okay, that's a dose of province life for you. And when as I go further, I'm just going to tell you some of the pros and cons of what I hear, what it's like living in the province from some of my friends. That what they tell me in conversations I have online with them is that the pros are all right. Yes, you're out there in nature. If you're that kind of person that grew up on farmland, province life is for you. You're used to being around animals 24/7. Roosters, they're practically everywhere in the Philippines, even in the major cities. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. But province life, a lot of mud roads, dirt roads, a lot of wilderness, a lot of farmland. They will have small towns there that people go and buy things from. A lot of sorry stores, mom and pop shops. But yeah, life out there will be more quiet, more laid back, more not as condensed as the cities are populated. Traffic will be definitely slower, and everything practically goes slow in the province. Everything is really more laid back. It's kind of like in the United States between the country and the city life. It'd be like as soon as you go to the city life, you know the difference. Traffic picks up everything. You know what I'm going, where I'm going with that. Well, it's practically the same thing here. The downside of living in the province, one thing I can tell you from my experience of visiting one of my friends in the province one time is all right, plumbing, let's just put it this way. They're not joking when he talks about you having to pour water down the toilet just to flush the toilet. The plumbing is gonna be downgraded to like really old school stuff. Like you have to use water, pour buckets of water down the toilet just to flush it. You're not going to have the best of everything, even though the price of living out there, which is one of the pros, is going to be extremely cheaper than living in the city. You also keep in mind that the cost of living goes with that living. So you're going to be around a general population of people, your neighbors. Everyone's going to have less than you. Um, you're going to also be, everything is far away from you. So let's say the nearest city will be between an hour to 3 hours drive away. Hospitals, major hospitals, things like that, it's going to be a long distance away, all in the cities. Grocery stores, things like that. Some of them may have shopping malls in provinces. I've been to one province that there was a shopping mall, but I had to travel a good 30 minutes to get to the mall or the area where the shopping areas were. But for the most part, the long roads, less traffic, lots of animals. Me, I have a problem with snakes. I'm sorry, I fear snakes, and I hear there's cobras and snakes that I've never even heard of that are in the provinces. So you keep in mind of all that. But if you're a person that's into living the country life, or you have experience living on farmland and you love like living off the land, raising your own cattle or things like that, growing your own vegetables and foods. That's where you do it in the province and everything. So just be, you know, be aware that your neighbors and everyone around you has animals too, and pigs, goats, whatever you can think of, they have it. But other than that, like I said, me, I'm a city boy. I was grown, I was raised in the city environment, so that's what I'm used to. But it's not just because of that that I choose to live in a city. It's because I like the accessibility of being close to everything. I need access to everything around me within walking distance, if not, just a couple of minutes drive away, so I can handle my business, paying bills, everything like that, dental, hospital. I got the VA not too far away from me. I just take a little grab there and I'm there within 15 minutes and everything's all good. My shopping, I got that right across the street. But like I said, to each his own. Some guys come out here and they like that quiet life and they like living on farmland and stuff like that because that's what they're used to. But like I said, I hope that helps with a bit about province life out here. One other thing I'd like to throw in there is bring an umbrella. Also, yeah, like I said, you need an umbrella everywhere in the Philippines. We're going through raisin season, and it rains a lot, and sometimes it floods. So imagine what the flooding is like, in the province. Even though we get it in the cities, they get it bad too in the provinces. But anyway, um, just some things you got to look out for and keep in mind. Well, I hope that helps. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, it's been a pleasure seeing you here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Keep up on all my newest content. This is Passport Nomad signing off.